Are you interested in sleeping less, being more productive, sleeping more deeply, enjoying a rich dream life, and falling asleep easily?
Even where sleep is concerned, too much is a bad thing. There's no better feeling than climbing into our big, warm beds for a nice long sleep. And we take it as a given that having all our sleep for the day in one big chunk is the normal thing to do. But what if we slept differently? What if, instead, we were to split up all our sleep for the day into a series of naps, known as a polyphasic sleep pattern? The most extreme polyphasic sleepers that have included the likes of Nikola Tesla and Leonardo da Vinci believe by sleeping in this way, you can function off a total of just 3 to 4 hours sleep per day. So we decided to test the waters and see what it was like to adopt a polyphasic sleep pattern for an entire week. And who better to take this on than our very own Dave Horner, the moodiest, most miserable, most cynical bloke I've ever come across in my entire life, and that's on a good day, to be honest. I mean, you should see him first thing on a morning when he hasn't even had a coffee.
Look, I'm right here. Can we just get on with the VO?
In order to gain some insight and help organise his new sleep schedule, Horner arranged a video call with independent sleep researcher Crimson, who is also a lead author of polyphasic.net.
If you want to go for something extreme, I'd suggest a schedule with 4 hours in total, 3 hours in the night and then 3 naps of 20 minutes during the day.
3 hours at night and then 3 20-minute naps.
Absolutely, that's like the most beginner-friendly, extremely hard schedule for normal people.
I'm someone, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I need is a coffee.
I suggest that you completely quit coffee. Coffee reduces the quality of sleep you have. It forces you to stay in the lighter sleep stages instead of reaching the deeper ones. Just remember that you can survive without sleep. The world record for staying awake in a row is over 10 days. You can easily do a week with 4 hours of sleep in total. It's just a matter of willpower. In my time of sleeping polyphasically, I've done a bunch of schedules. When I was adapted, I suddenly forgot what it was like to be tired, and that was so crazy because I had this like godly feeling of an elevated productivity and everything was going great. All the schoolwork usually took me 8 hours, but now it took me 2 or 3 hours just because I had such a higher productivity, you know. It's just so crazy the benefits you get from polyphasic sleep. It's unreal. You need to experience them for yourself to like believe in them.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Cheers. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck to you.
Right. My core sleep throughout the night will be 3 hours.
We already know what you're like when you don't have sleep, so this is going to be a painful experience for us.
So after having the call with Crimson, we basically set out my sleep plan for the course of the week. It would be a 3-hour core sleep that I would take at 1 o'clock in the morning until 4, and then I would have 3 20-minute naps during the day, and those naps were positioned at 8 in the morning. I'd do one at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then 6 o'clock in the evening, to bring me to an overall 4 hours a day is how much I'd be sleeping.
Okay, so night 1, about to get my first core sleep in. Work doesn't hold up for this, so normal meetings and shoots and whatever tomorrow. And also I'm looking forward to first thing tomorrow morning, Sav said he'll join me on this first day and we can go see early morning sunlight.
Oh, how are you feeling? Are you so energetic?
Energetic. Sunrise. Let's see what it's saying.
Let's go see what sunrise is saying.
What's sunrise saying? It's quite poetic around these times of day, I think.
Quite poetic.
What do you think? You're going to be asleep right now. I was just thinking it's quite cool when you think that, like, if you stand here at these times as it's all coming to life, how busy London gets. Like when you look at that there, that's probably dead. There's actually no one wandering about. But then if you time lapse that, it just fills with thousands of people.
A sunrise is a pretty cool thing, especially at that time of morning when no one's, very few people were up at the point where we were doing it. And so you kind of feel like you're getting a jump on the day. Everything's setting off and beginning.
I like this though. I know it's only first day, but this is quite... You're not enjoying this?
Bro, I live here, innit?
The rest of the first day was, I guess, kind of easy. Partly felt like adrenaline, that energy you have when you're going on holiday. If anything, the nap was a bit annoying to have to take in the middle of the day, but it was calm.
Go on then.
I'm just going to pour this whole box of the plastic all over it.
Dave, be you home. There's the boy.
bit of pain.
Oh my god.
So one of the things Crimson said on the call was to maybe look at taking up hobbies.
Get some motor skills involved that don't require a lot of thinking.
So with the hobbies in mind, one of the first things I decided to pick up was drawing. Listen, I can't draw at all, I have no ability, but I kind of thought it's nice and easy, I know I can do it, and the idea of doing something, not looking at a screen. The other thing I took up was meditation. I kind of thought that if I'm gonna be stressed and anxious potentially in the latter days of this especially, and having to also cut out coffee, I just kind of thought that might be a good thing to pick up. Day 2 and 3 were kind of the same as 1. I felt productive. Not having coffee was bugging me, but I was kind of active still. My energy was good. But then day 4, we were gonna take a day trip to Brussels. This trip kind of threw everything out of whack. Because we were shooting all day, I couldn't take my 20-minute scheduled naps. That step outside of my normal schedule, it threw me. And then day 5, that was the turning point.
Yeah. Okay, so Horner has just entered the office. It's day 5 of his new sleeping routine, and he is in the most foul mood I've ever seen him in. So I'm planning today to make his life a living hell. What are you working on? Sorry, mate, sorry. Do you want a coffee? How you doing?
Joe!
What are you working on?
Flights for the trip. Get off me, just get off.
How'd you give you a back massage? Quick one.
Yeah, we're thinking we do 6 squats. It's like the weirdest stuff.
Horner. Horner.
Sorry mate, just go in. What? So yeah, after a pretty rough day,
I'm going to bed. That's when I have like the weirdest dream. It was mental. I'm literally like, I wake up, I'm laughing now because it's stupid. I come to in like a dark, kind of deserted office. I'm in a dressing gown. I have no idea, like that's just the next thing. I can kind of look down and I can't move in the chair that I'm in. But I'm there, and then I can hear like a drill going. I can hear like a baby crying or something, like a baby noise.
Sorry.
The last 2 days, they were like really tough. I was almost kind of dazed all the time. And weirdly, the part of the day when I was most content was that first period when I was waking up after my core sleep. So the early hours of the morning, the meditating. Anyone that knows me knows I like my own space a lot of the time. So having time to just sit and do that, and I don't know if what I was doing was meditating, I was just taking time in my own head to just kind of relax and block everything out and just kind of center myself. And then with the painting and the drawing, I was making myself laugh with it, I was having fun with it. So they helped, they kind of drove me on, and without doing those activities, I don't think I would have made it to day 7.
do you know what? I think this is actually one thing I think I might miss. I feel like my body needs a good sleep.
On reflection, doing this kind of experiment, I could totally see how if you took this on for a month, 2 months, and you got fully into the cycle of it, those extra hours, you could apply yourself to do a lot in that space of time. To make it work, you have to have a very rigid schedule that doesn't fluctuate. I had a constant feeling of being so tired. It's made me realize a few things. I liked being up early and having that extra time. I don't feel I need to do it at the extreme lengths I did it to have that. But the experiment alone just kind of proved to me that I think I will use my time better, but I will also be more aware of my body's need to get what I feel is a good amount of rest, and enough rest that I can go my whole day and feel as efficient and as productive as possible.
If you're interested in learning more about polyphasic sleep patterns, make sure you check out the Polyphasic Sleep Community's YouTube channel and polyphasic.net. Thanks very much for watching the episode, and we'll see you next week.
Next Thursday on the VYB YouTube channel.
I'm not on it.
No chance.
That was one of the worst things I've ever had in my life.